What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Itz-Beez-Da, the TrackStar, and welcome back to Dancehall Masterclass, Chapter 5, Sampling. So, just like I said in the last video, I gotta continue on, just taking samples and building rhythms out of them. You understand? Because we already cover all of the tools that you may need to, get you headed in the right direction, right? So, we're gonna start from scratching this one. So, we need to find a sample. So, let's just go back through these kits. We used Singular Sound last time, so let's use Signal Maker and just grab something from out of here. Let's do tropical. Already do something tropical, so let's do tropical pop. And we need melody loops, and let's find some. Alright, so good that we find something quick. As you can see here, the tempo of this loop is 105, right? The tempo of our session is 110. But let's say I want to make this 98. So let's right click on this, put this to 100, and then drop this down to 98. But now all of a sudden the loop is a little bit too short. Remember, we covered all of this earlier, so simple. Double click on the loop, change this from resample to auto. And then we can either now right click on time and press 4 bars. But if we press 4 bars, it's going to make it 4 bars long. We don't want that. We want it 8 bars long, like the original. So now we are going to just hold on control and use the mouse wheel and scroll up for stretch it out evenly until we get to the full 8 bars. Play. Cool. So it's a little bit slower than the original, but that's to be expected. The original was 105 and we take it down by 7 to 98. Cool. So now we need to figure out the cards that are being played. So for that we have the key detective loaded up, just the same. So auto key and harness sound key, and all we need to do now is to go ahead and scan and figure out what the key is. And remember, in the last one or the last couple of videos, we had an issue where they were telling us one key, but it ended up being something totally different. So we have to be careful and conscious of that. So let's go. So let's see what they say. All right, so one is saying C major, one is saying F major, right? So there is a way how, we can, confirm. And that's because this also comes with MIDI, right? So if I were to go and find a name, which is STP 105 BPM A melody loop 9, so that would be this one right here. So if we were to just drop this onto Nexus here and get the cards for it, right? Now, this is saying that the key is C major. So if we were to go now to the scales folder and drop C major on to the sampler track, and then click here and look and see, as you can see, the key is C major, right? So one thing that I want to make very, very clear. Remember when I said, when you look at the file, typically if there is a letter, a capital letter by itself with nothing after it, then you automatically assume that it is major, right? So let's show you a perfect example. So here we have A minor, A minor, A minor, all over the place, right? And F sharp minor. This is basically telling us that, hey, this is, this is what this is. But when it's not a minor, right, you typically only just see the capital letter, meaning like this one which just says F. But in this situation, even though the scale is a minor, this is right here, melody loop 9, they didn't put minor, they just put A, right? And the reason I know that this is a minor, and I'll tell you exactly how I know, is A minor is the equivalent of C major. Just like I said, G minor or G major is the equivalent of E minor because them all have the same keys. You understand? So this is exactly how I know say A minor is the actual key of the sample, because in the name of the sample it's A, but it doesn't say minor. And then when we load up C major, because the auto key and the harness song key, it fits perfect. You know, and like I said, I know that C major and A minor is the same exact thing. And the reason why I know is because in both of those keys, C major and E minor, C major and A minor, them only play white notes. So right now, if I just press all the white notes, we can select every single note. Every single one, right? So that's how I know the actual key is A minor. So if I were to then drag and drop A minor from the scales folder, there shouldn't be any difference as far as the look of the piano roll. You know, the only difference is that now the notes start at A, but it's still all of the white keys. There's no difference, right? So let's continue on. We just figured out what the scale is or what the progression is. But let's say we did not have the chord progression here, and we need to figure out the chord progression. Let's delete that, and then let's go into pianos and let's grab the ballad grand. So now we need to figure out what the progression is. We can remove auto key. We could keep song key, but let's make this auto key challenging and use our ears. So typically when I try to rebuild a progression, I always start with the first chord being in the key of the song. So if it's A minor, C major, B minor, I always start with the first chord being either A, C, or B. You know, whatever the key is, that's where the first chord will land. So we are in A minor, so the first chord will be an A chord. So the first available chord is A minor. So, and the reason why I say A minor is because when I put A, the next note up that is actually going to sound proper and good as far as a chord progression goes is C. And the reason why I said that is because remember, when it's a minor chord, you have 2 between. When it's a major chord, it's 3 between. But as you can see, the C is not in the scale. So the only available proper chord is a minor chord. So we have A, C, and E, and that is the first chord that we shall make. So let's listen to that and see what that sounds like. Cool, that sounds good. By now listening to our ears, when it transitions from that chord, it goes to a deeper tone, so you automatically assume that you're going down. The first available chord is a G major chord, but you could also use an F major chord, right? So let's try the F first, and then we shall see which one it is. So let's go here. That sounds good. So it seems as if we get deeper again. So let's continue on. Let's go to E now. No. Let's actually go up. That's wrong as well. Cool. So let's go even lower. That's also wrong. Cool. And the last card gets deeper. Let's stretch these out. Press Alt and L. Let's also remember we talked about inversions, because this card is giving me a hard time. So let's take this E and go up an octave. And let's listen. Let's also invert this last D. Cool. So there we go. We have the chord progression for this loop. So let's continue on filling it out with drums. All right, let's get snare. There we go. Let's turn out that. Cool, just gonna piano roll. Hold on pan shift, left click and drag, copy that over. Deselect. Cool. Now we have our loop. Turn on loop. Nice. Kick 7, dirty. Yard Vibes drum kit, of course. So let's change this new pattern. New channel. And like I said in the last video, it's all about filling space at this point. We have an open hat, where we have some gaps. We have a little bit of gappage here. So let's try that. So now we come to the section where we say we go 808 or bass. In a track like this, we have more of a trap type of vibe, and 808 is perfectly fine. So let's use one out of the Yard Vibes kit. As you can see, this is key labeled in the key of E, so we will put it exactly as it is. So C, D, E, right click up at the top. So we change the key from C to E, so now it's properly tuned. So now we can go in the piano roll and, you know, fix our 808 properly against the melody. So let's do exactly that. Let's go back to 808 here, and it doesn't matter, we can start high and then drop it low. That's absolutely fine. I don't know why everything is trying to loop like that. Cool. So we have our pattern. Let's drag that across. Let's take a listen. Let's drop it on octave so we get some deeper tones. So actually, let's take a listen to that without the melody, just the drums. Nice. So let's go back into Nexus. Let's go and get an arpeggiator, because we already have our main melody, you know. Don't really want to stack it yet. Want to change it to add a different feel to it. Add expand. And let's add a simple arpeggiator. There we go. You understand? So, like I said, we can go further, you know, we can add leads, bells, but, you know, this is pretty much the whole point of the video, is just, you know, showing you can take not leads, loops, and figure the key, figure the tempo, change the tempo even, and then add to it, build a new rhythm out of it, you understand? So we'll do it again in the next video, different loop and everything. So until next time, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da, the TrackStar. Peace.